And welcome back, everybody. You're tuned into Screen Time, baby. I am your host, Tony, for the day, producing as well. We also got Manny, who's hard at the table.
Hard at the table. Hard.
We got a great episode for you guys today. Let's get right into it here. Unfortunately, we are starting off with some sad news, but it is obviously movie news nonetheless. But Ray Stevenson has unfortunately passed away at the age of 58, I believe.
That's young, dude.
Supposed to be turning 59 in a couple days, I think, in 4 or 5 days, I think.
They said he wasn't feeling good for a few days.
Yeah.
Apparently.
He was over in Italy.
Italia. He was filming a movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he was exactly filming. I know he is in the upcoming Ahsoka series.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's interesting that we're going to see him kind of perform there. He looked great. He had the little beard going, lightsaber action, looked like a Sith guy.
I know. Dude, it's crazy. It's and hey, it's funny because we were talking earlier. I had just watched RRR.
Yeah.
RRR.
R?
3 R's.
No, yes, 3 R's.
Trey R's. But dude, it was like, and he's a badass in it. I mean, he is the villain.
Yeah.
The bad British man. But dude, he looks so bad. He's always a good villain.
Always a great villain.
Oh, dude. Unreal.
And he's I mean, obviously, the English accent. He's a big dude too. He's very tall. He's got the broad shoulders.
RRR made him look
huge,
big. Like he did some stuff that you were like, what the fuck? Because of course, I don't know if anybody's seen this movie. They probably have. Some people haven't, but it's a Indian movie, and it's like this crazy effects.
Yeah.
Like cars flying, animals flying all over the place. These guys jumping and just like defying gravity. And there's this one shot where you just see like the car, it looks like it crashed, and his character's flying through the air, slow-mo, grabs a gun that's fallen, fucking aims up, pops a dude. Like,
oh my gosh.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's an insane movie. And he was just like this big villain, just this bad British, general leader with all his stuff. It was pretty cool movie, but yeah, it was insane that like the day after was when they announced that he had passed away.
I know, so sad. And they haven't really announced details in terms of why he passed away. But obviously, a lot of people out there are kind of honoring his career. I've personally seen him in like Thor. I remember the Punisher came out where he was great in. And then the other guys too. He was like that, one of the bad guys, actually,
Colombian drug lord.
Yeah. The Colombian drug. How do you know this, dude? Yeah. But yeah, he was great in all those movies. Funny. He was serious where he needed to be.
Badass.
And it is super sad to see someone like that who looked like he was gonna have, like a promising second half of his career.
Second half of his life.
Yeah.
It was late 50s. That's like the beginning of your second round.
Quite literally, dude. So super sad.
Yeah.
But obviously, we can only honor him by watching his movies and talking about him. So that's what we're doing. But let's move on here. We actually have a comment from Buffer.
Buffer's back in.
Who says, "Hey, Manny and Ant.
What up?
Hey, Buffer. Thanks for tuning in, bud. I know you've been here all day with us, dude.
Man.
All day. And I love to see it, dude. But let's get into the thick of it here.
Yeah.
In terms of what we'll be reviewing. Honestly, I was gonna start with Fast X, but I'm waiting to hear back from Jay, and Mike should be here momentarily. So I think we'll
shelf
put that on the shelf for now.
We gotta get all the information. We need it from the right sources too. We can't be
exactly. Yeah. Honestly, I think I want to start with White House Plumbers because it's fresh on your mind right now. You just watched it. I watched it obviously last night when it came out.
Yep.
Episode 4 we're into here, and if you guys kind of forgot, I mean, I'm sure but episode 3 kind of let us off where they got caught in Watergate, all the guys at the DNC, and then Woody Harrelson's character had that envelope to pay the tennis club at the dues.
The dues
was found on one of their guys. So obviously they have a name, they have an address, kind of a big implication right there in terms of who is behind this. So this episode, we kind of slowly saw like things unravel for Woody Harrelson and Justin Theroux.
And we start seeing who they really are.
Yeah.
As like
people. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And this is where, again, like shit kind of hits the fan. And it was a little bit like, again, like this kind of came out, like there was I think like a newspaper article about it first or whatever, that it was just like, oh, like there was some guys got caught, burglary, whatever, and then it gets bigger and bigger.
What they call it. They call it
third-rate burglary.
Third-rate burglary, because that plays out throughout the entire episode.
Yeah, they call us third-rate burglars. Yeah.
You start seeing the thought process that there used to be back in the day with politics, and how people they lived and thrived by who they represented and who they thought represented them.
Oh, yeah. Like, no, like literally, like Justin Thoreau says it, like, just like, tell me where to stand.
Yeah.
Make it sniper in the bill. Yeah. Just make it a headshot. I'll die for this president right now.
And he goes, will you? And he goes, go get some sleep.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, I think that's also the point of it. It's just like, it's such a ridiculous concept to think about, that someone really gives that much shit about who's the president.
The president, I know. And it's like, literally, like, they do believe like this is like to save the country.
Yeah, the entire country.
The fact that Nixon gets reelected is saving the country.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. But I think it's honestly, like, I think Woody Harrelson, I mean, again, I haven't done much research over, the guy in real life or anything.
Yeah.
I looked him up, but I feel like Woody Harrelson, this episode specifically, is really playing heavily into his underbite.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
Can I trust you,
dude? He went hard with it, but you can see, because it's like the tension in himself. That's where he's holding all the tension is in his face, and he can't hold it back like Thoreau's character can. Like,
no,
just can't.
Thoreau keeps it cool,
but like psychotic cool.
Yeah,
like sociopath cool. Like nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm doing the Lord's business type cool. Like, that's how crazy he is.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, like so he's going up to people telling them like, yeah, this is the way it has to be done. Like he's shredding the money.
Yeah. Dude.
Like, they found sequential bills.
Yeah, which is so funny. And when he's in Woody Harrelson's basement, and he's like screaming at the phone ringing, just was like, there's no need to panic here. It's like, you shredded all our money and I'm the one panicking.
Yeah.
He's like,
so calm.
What'd you want me to do with it? Launder it, hide it, anything. So funny, dude.
It's just, and then the wife comes back from France and
she's livid, dude. Yeah.
But even like her conversation with her kid when they're on the horses. They're on their horses talking. That's when the son confesses to his mother that Woody Harrelson's character,
he threw the typewriter and everything.
He pretty much made him throw out all the evidence. But like at the end of that conversation, she's literally giving away the horses. Like that's insane. Like the first time you see her like with people, she's like riding the horse right into the house.
Yeah.
Like really like proud. And then all of a sudden, like this one, it's like the end of that conversation is like, just feed her well. She likes fresh carrots. Like she knows when they're not fresh. And then you hear in the background, like, they're going to a good home.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, that was the end.
Yeah.
That was the end of the conversation. That was the end of the marriage. That was the end of everything that had to do with anything for her. That was that turning point, which was pretty crazy to watch.
Yeah, it was. I think by far this was certainly the best episode, I think, of the series. And of course, the end when she dies in a plane accident.
And like we've been avoiding the phone the entire episode. And of course, I thought maybe he was gonna pick up.
No. What a great way to end the episode too, dude.
It was like
so good, so well.
But it was so, and even the way they showed the crash, is fucked.
I know.
And the fact that of course, about to pretty much say that he was part of the
JFK assassination. How crazy is that, dude?
Yeah, well, you have to have some type of drama in there a little bit more.
It's pretty interesting. Again, the implications. I mentioned it last week too. They're always talking about JFK.
Which again, we don't know. We need to do more research because fuck, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. A lot of that stuff can't be true. Like, there's no like.
Oh, in the show,
that's how like there's no way.
Yeah, no,
be that dumb.
There's no way. Yeah, absolutely not. And it's funny because there's the disclaimer at the end of each episode. I don't know if you saw it at this episode.
No.
But it did say like a lot of these conversations and some characters are fictionalized for Hollywood, whatever. And then the last sentence of this episode was, but like I keep forgetting Woody Harrelson's character's name.
Yeah. But his character,
it said like his wife, Dorothy Hunt. really did actually die in this plane crash.
In
Like,
this plane
that's not
crash.
a joke.
That's fucking insane.
Which is so insane,
Now
dude.
I wonder if it was with
the
the
reporter
reporter,
there.
if
Yeah,
that
I would be
was part
interested
of
to
the
see
thing.
that.
You know what I mean?
I
'Cause
mean, again, like
that's an easy thing to sneak into, like
right.
a TV show.
But I looked at the plane crash and they put it up to pilot error on the landing.
Yeah.
Everyone died, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So it's also like, I mean, there's no way to know who she was talking to at that
Yeah.
time. So
Well, yeah, I mean, they could always
you can
look up.
only speculate who's on the flight.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh yeah, sure. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, you really don't know.
Yeah. Not like these days. You can find out in 3 minutes.
Oh my God. Yeah, really, dude.
Who was in the middle seat?
Really was, I thought, a great episode.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson, as I said, like, I think did a really good job. Even with the underbite and everything. And Justin Theroux.
Yeah, he looks psychotic.
Dude, the relationship that he has with his wife, where she doesn't know a damn thing, dude.
It was
so
But you
funny.
also see the psychoticness in him when during that dinner when he finds out that they're the ones that paying the money.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't apologize. It makes you look weak. Like, dude,
he really is psychotic, dude.
Pure Hitler type shit.
Yeah.
Pure Nazi boys.
Pure Nazi boys, by the way. White House Plumbers so far 73% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why. I can see why people have problems with it. It is a little kooky.
Very kooky.
Fucking kooky. And like I don't think older people might like it as much.
No.
Because it is kind of like completely making fun of their time.
Yeah, literally. Like totally making fun of everything.
Everything that happened. Like that's dumb. You got the hippie daughter, you have the hippie son, you have like all this shit. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I'm super pumped to see like where this goes.
Yeah, where it goes next.
It's dope, dude. Even like the scene where Justin Theroux, Liddy is like it's when he's ripping up all the cash in the shredder, and the guy is talking to him. And Liddy just like stops what he's doing and he like walks over and he goes, "Hey, like everything that happened, like this whole fuck up, it's your fault."
Yeah.
Because he's like telling him to get a lawyer and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Like there were some good scenes like that. Again, like, and I feel like there's so many like just super tight shots with a lot of detail.
Yeah, because it had to be. This was like the pieces. Everybody, you're seeing everyone's soul and what was happening at that time. Like the guy that she meets every time at the diner, one of the other white dudes, not one of the Cubans. I forget who it was. She was giving him money too.
Oh yeah, the guy who used to be the head of security for the white. Yeah, that dude.
Like you listen to him talking, you're like, like he wasn't doing that for me. You know what I mean? It wasn't loyalty. Like so, it's a lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah, dude, you do really see like where like when the chips fall, like where people lie, sort of deal.
And it's it's 7 people that know, 8 people that know, like 7 that were part of it at the time.
Yeah.
More that knew about it before. So like, dude, you can't hide that shit.
No, you can't hide that shit.
You can't hide that shit,
dude.
So it's the beginning of fucking investigative journalism, really.
But yeah, dude, I'm super pumped to see like what dynamic again, because we know there's so much to go in terms of like
at this point too, Nixon was winning.
Yeah.
We all know how that turned out. So now it's like episode 5's got to be like
that huge
turning point of all right, they're caught. Like now what? Now what happens to Nixon? Like what happens to these guys? So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, so crazy.
But I'm stoked.
Yeah, me too.
I hope it keeps on going at this pace.
Yeah, because like I said, like we've been building up. We hit like a big kind of like sort of climax, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Got a lot of information this episode.
Dude, a lot of new stuff, a lot of great acting, a lot of great scenes. Like I said, best episode so far. And if you guys are watching, haven't checked it out yet, White House Plumbers, you can binge these first 4 episodes. I think they're about 40 minutes each, 45 minutes each for the most part. I think this one was maybe a little longer than that. But I would say definitely a bingeable show too. As we know, like all these episodes come out every Monday night at 9. So be on the lookout for next week, dude. As we have a couple comments actually. But first says I'm 52. That's cool. Jay Bird says I'm ready to call in, he says. And Buffer says at Jay Bird, Fast X blew my mind. So let's get into the Fast X. That's 10, by the way, review.
X.
I'm gonna give Jason the call. How about that? Because I told him I said to do it and he didn't do it.
I think my favorite part, have you ever seen that video online that talks about the chronological order of of the titling of Fast and the Furious and how none of them fucking are the same.
Yeah, literally. And
it's the
like,
first time they're using Roman numerals with
Yeah.
X. Like
no, it makes no sense,
they
dude.
skipped one. I think it was like
Well, there was like
Fast.
Oh, Jay's calling Fast 5.
Fast 5.
Because number 4 was just the Fast and the Furious, or it was
And then
Fast
the
and
Fate-
Furious.
The Fate and the Furious
Yeah.
was the next one. Yeah.
Crazy, dude. Of course, you got Tokyo Drift in the middle there.
Yeah.
Good morning, Jason.
Jason, can you hear me?
Oh, dude.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh no, is it Jay? Can you hear me?
Jason.
Yeah, dude. Oh, now you can hear me.
Oh, there he is.
I'm gonna try to get you back on the Bluetooth, dude. Hold on.
Bluetooth it up, man. I'm gonna put my feet up. Relax. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, dude. Can you hear me?
Jay,
I think everyone can hear you.
What about now?
Yes.
All right. How's everybody?
There we go.
There it
Yes.
is.
All right, we're on the Bluetooth, dude. Everyone's doing great.
We're having a good time.
I'm having a great time here without you, and a better time now that you are here.
Yeah, we all are.
We just.
Oh, nice. I'm wearing the Space Camp shirt.
Nice.
Oh, nice, dude. Dude, you
Yeah, I
should. You
really
should.
like
Did you go out that night?
Yeah, he
Were
was
you
there
part of
Saturday
that?
night. He was
I feel-
partying
I feel-
Saturday
I
night.
Yeah, I
feel
was
like-
there.
I feel like I might have seen you with a camera too.
I did. I
Did
was
you-
operating a camera.
Are you one of the newest hires for downtime or for uptime production, right?
Yes, for uptime.
He's our new cinematographer. I
Yes.
love it.
Absolutely.
Love
Yeah.
it, Jay.
Oh, dude, Jay, you should
I'll
take
fill
a
it.
picture of yourself wearing that shirt and like tag Rip Roar. They're gonna love you. Dude.
Oh yeah, they'll be on point with that.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna go for a walk
Yeah.
later. Not
No,
right
you-
now.
You gotta be like,
You're gonna pose it up.
yo, I just got back from space camp. Now I'm back at work for Sikorsky, trying to get back to space, dude.
I'm back from space camp.
Yeah, dude, trying to get Sikorsky to go to the space.
Had the time of my
man.
life.
Dude, that's the next step, Tony. That's the next step.
Yeah, dude. It's Jay's bedroom today, the moon tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Well,
Space tomorrow.
good thing we're talking about Fast and the Furious because I believe they send a Honda.
They
up
did,
there.
dude.
So-
They,
You
that's
can do
right.
anything, buddy.
Yeah, literally, Jay. Sky's
Oh,
the limit
man.
with you. Also, Jay, I'm sure you heard us talk about the White House plumbers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, sounds good.
You can start watching.
Oh yeah, buddy. You gotta watch it.
I don't know. I'm still watching Ted Lasso.
Dude, honestly, Ted
Ooh.
Lasso, I know I haven't seen
I
a
heard
lot of it.
fizzled hard.
But that episode that you guys were watching last night kind of sucked assholes.
Yeah, that one was kind of suck.
Dude, I've
yeah,
heard it's been going downhill. That's very
Really?
disappointing.
It just didn't like, I
Um,
don't know. Again, I haven't seen it a lot of it.
Yeah,
Jay
there
would know
were-
more than I.
it was good, Tony. It was good. It was heartfelt, thoughtful.
I mean, how much
dude.
heartfelt
like
can
it.
you go though? How much
Yeah,
heartfelt
dude.
can you
Yeah.
go?
They're just trying to tug on everybody's heartstrings.
Yeah,
It's
There's
lame.
There's definitely an agenda too.
definitely.
Oh.
Definitely.
Speaking of agendas, let's get to Fast 10 here.
Fast time.
The movie that came out this
Hell yeah.
past Thursday. Grossed, I think, over $300 million so far, opening weekend,
Okay.
if I recall correctly.
Not bad.
As you guys know, the 10th installment of this series, obviously, and
Number
we are
10.
now being told that Fast X, will have 3 parts to it. So we're getting 2 more
Did
parts
it even
of it.
say like in the title anything?
No.
There was
There
just-
was one poster that said "The End Begins."
okay.
Yeah.
So basically, trying to touch upon this, they actually do, in terms of writing, I would say probably the most creative writing so far, because they actually have like a kind of a continuation, where in the last Fast and the Furious, there was of course like the guy, the drug lord dude in Brazil who they killed on the highway,
yeah.
right? Jason Momoa was in it as the
Mhm.
son, and now
Yeah.
he comes back for revenge.
Right. That's what the storyline is.
Classic
Yeah.
revenge spot, dude,
Yeah, if
for
you can-
Jason
if you can
Momoa.
see Mr. Momoa's mustache. Right
Jason Momoa, by the way, I honestly didn't have a huge problem with the way he was playing his character.
I hated it. Hated it, Tony.
Why, Jay?
I couldn't stand him. He was just trying to be the Joker. He was like playing that like evil, maniacal, like super villain who's just like out to make the world suffer. That's what his line was.
Damn.
Basically,
I mean,
Yeah, he was
Um,
just trying. I think he's trying too hard to be the Joker.
yeah.
He could have done something himself.
There was definitely some scenes where like he's blowing people up, but then
Yeah.
making jokes about it too.
Oh, so he's just having
And he's
a
trying to
jolly
be
old
like
time.
cool, like yeah.
Like, look at me, I'm cool.
Right. And there were some scenes that like weren't good because it was just like too like he was trying too hard. sort of deal.
Yeah. So it was just like,
I will say, I think Jake can kind of back me maybe on this one. There was a few scenes, one of which there was a scene where like he had clearly killed like 2 guards, but like propped them up in chairs and taped their faces, like their eyelids open.
Yeah.
And was having a conversation with the 2 of them.
so he's crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I thought he did play crazy kind of well.
Fucking
I thought.
mental.
What
was it?
That was an interesting scene.
That was a crazy interesting scene.
Did he have there was something I was reading. He was wearing like purple or lavender or something a lot.
He was a feminine character.
So it was funny. He was saying that he chose those colors because his mother hates those colors.
Oh, really? That's funny.
I saw it in a post.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if this is real. And it's like that color, that purplish lavender. He goes, I love that color. My mom hates it. So I just kind of did it to dig a little at her.
That's awesome.
And I found that to be hysterical.
Yeah. I like Jason Momoa as a guy.
I like him a lot.
In interviews and stuff. Like he seems like a great person. Of course, obviously,
he's a
Leica
Leica guy, dude. He's a Leica guy.
Yeah.
He loves Leica camera. He loves to shoot. He's a red camera guy. He loves the Komodo. He loves those things, dude. He loves to create. It's awesome.
It's hilarious.
That was a crazy little rat you just went on.
I just know stuff, bud. No.
But yeah, so I thought it was all right, dude. And again, like that scene, like the whole theater was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like you felt it, like you heard people like, whoa, like it's like pretty, this is like pretty graphic, dude.
Yeah,
because their faces were taped open. Obviously, it didn't look good, but they were like,
bugs flying all over them.
Yeah, dude. It was pretty crazy, but yeah, his character was oddly. Like he was a feminine person, wore like a lot of jewelry.
Yeah,
his nails were painted, like you mentioned. He's wearing like feminine colors. Even his clothes, like he was wearing like.
Well, Homo's a gypsy in general. So.
Yeah, he was wearing like really baggy pleated dress pants.
Yeah, that's how he is.
Yeah, lots of jewelry, like rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, just living the dream with all his treasures and trinkets.
Yeah, dude. And I don't know. I thought he came in kind of hot because like of course like it's Fast 10, so they're just like rallying the whole team and they like recap like everything that's ever happened throughout the series,
of course.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking Thad Castle is in it as like the agency guy.
Right.
Oh, is he
he's
really?
The agency guy and he wants to take down Dom because he's like like they were criminals to start off with. Yeah, they've been doing stuff, but they're always going to be criminals.
Always.
There's a change of leadership at the agency here, and now I'm in charge.
Where is what's his face still around? Who's the other?
The Rock?
Jason Statham?
No. The other guy that runs the stuff. He's always in that black suit. I always forget the.
Kurt Russell. You're talking
Kurt
about?
Russell.
Yeah. No, he is in the hospital, I think, or something,
he's
recovering. But they bring in Brie Larson, who's his daughter.
Mr. Nobody.
Yeah, Mr. Nobody is who
Nobody.
Kurt Russell is. This is now we're on to Miss Nobody.
Miss Nobody.
The daughter.
Hello.
She was all right, I guess.
She didn't really do much.
She didn't really do much. She's right, dude. She was just kind of like a whole. Like I kind of thought when they signed her on the movie, it would be like she'd be like a big character, but no. But of course, there's 2 more parts coming, so we never know.
She might be. She might come in.
And like she was all right because she was like the person now with the agency who's like backing up Dom. She was like their person they could trust,
Yeah.
And of course, like Charlize.
Did she get a cross? Did she get a cross necklace? Did she have a?
She had Dom's at one point.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay, good. Because every new woman that comes in has to have
the cross.
Yeah, needs the cross for a little bit of time.
Charlize Theron was a part of it. Yeah, she was back, dude. I think she's a bad actress. That woman.
I think in certain things it doesn't work for her at all. And then there's some fun ones with her.
I mean, like
it's a weird. This is a weird, fucking role for her. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think like her tough guy routine does not do it for me,
man.
Yeah.
No, she's not tough. No way, Charlize.
I mean, her shit was good. Her shit was good in that Netflix movie. There was a Netflix action movie where she's immortal, and she's actually kind of badass in it. It's actually good. I forgot the name of it though. Charlize Theron.
Let's see, Monster.
No.
Atomic Blonde.
No, that was a good one too, though.
The Old Guard.
The Old Guard is the Netflix one. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, it's not bad. It's
Oh wow,
mean-
Harry Melling's in it.
yeah. I mean, but dude, look at her fucking movies that she's been in.
I know Mad Max. Like
it's a lot of shit. She's not. I think there's certain roles that she just doesn't fit. And
I liked
Yeah.
her in Mad Max.
Mad Max.
She was good in that
awesome.
movie.
She was okay. The movie as a whole,
But she
I
didn't
thought
really
was
say
just
much.
great.
Yeah.
She was good in Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yep.
She
was
does-
good. Long
she-
Shot was funny.
I never saw Long Shot.
I love Long Shot.
but I feel like she does a better job at like more of the ominous villain. Like
Italian
like,
job.
Yeah.
the Italian Job, she was okay in.
Yeah.
Million Ways to Die in the West, she was okay in. You know,
Yeah, I mean, that's
but I
a
mean that's not
fucking
like
joke
that's
of
just
a
like a joke
movie.
of a movie. Yeah, I actually was talking about that to someone recently, yesterday, actually. So I don't know. I feel like she kind of fell into like the action movie role here.
Yeah, she's popped up in a few things. Oh yeah, Hancock too.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. I'll try the Old Gerd.
The Old Gerd.
The Old Gerd. Maybe Jay and I will watch it, dude.
Yeah, you guys should. You guys should
No,
watch.
Jay's too busy watching Ted Lasso.
He wants emotion.
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
Substance. I want to watch the McGregor documentaries still, though.
Dude, I watched
yeah.
them.
Jay and I, we watched episode 1. Manny finished it, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on his watch list on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's,
nice, dude.
What's your
it's
Twitter, Manny?
You'll Never Walk Alone or Santiago M1124. Yeah.
Okay.
Santiago
Either one.
M1124, I believe it is. But yeah, I was watching it. It's cool because it's a lot of like access to him. It's like I think he was part of it, so I'm assuming that he just had someone that was with him all the time.
Right.
But by the third episode, you're hearing and you're seeing the same thing over and over.
Oh yeah,
It's the same thing.
Oh.
He went back, didn't do well. Something happened.
Yeah.
He has to redeem himself. He comes back, didn't do well. He won. Yeah. It was like they could have ended it in like 2. I think the first 2 episodes were like good, and I was into it.
How many episodes is it?
I think it's 3.
Okay.
3,
Okay.
possibly 4. I don't remember, but it was just like by the end of it, I was like, I'm kind of tired of you saying this stuff. We saw transformation happen, and then they just extended that transformation. And they kept on talking about it, but it was like the same talk over and over. Just insert new fighter here,
Right.
or new
The
talent.
first episode was super inspirational for me.
Yeah,
Super.
dude, I'm telling you, I think up until the
I
third
wanted to
episode-
go like run through a wall, even though I
Fuck
was
yeah.
like, it was like late at night and I was like half asleep. I still wanted
you
to
were
like,
ready to go
get out
train. Yeah, I mean
ready
that's
to go fight.
that's why I
Did
love
you go
it.
fight though? No, you didn't, Jay.
Dude, he was shadow boxing
No,
in the
dude, I
corner,
didn't.
man.
He was fighting his
I
shower
was
curtain.
demons in my dream.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jay, we'll watch it tonight, dude.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
It's good information. It's like I said, it's cool that you get that access with him and you get
Yeah.
to see him, and you realize he, the type of person that he is, and
Mhm.
and that there is a big transformation with him. There was a huge transformation in him.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think when it comes to, they could have probably
Mhm.
ended it at the second episode or and tried to pack in everything else
Mhm.
in there. But all in all, definitely worth the watch.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
dope.
Word.
Fast X though
Fast X.
didn't really
Is
have.
that,
Yeah, back
is
to
that the
Fast X.
opposite?
But Fur has a couple comments here. I'm really trying to, gauge this here.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where to get. how to
But
gauge it.
first says Fast X best movie 2023, massive goosebumps. I was hooting and hollering, seen it 4 times in theaters so far. He says.
That's impressive.
I don't know, dude.
It did do some pretty good numbers in the box office over the weekend worldwide.
He actually says,
I was trying to look up some numbers.
Yeah.
He says opening weekend in the USA was 67 million, lower than F9. F9 made 70 million.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised, I guess, but I mean, I guess maybe as a whole, it started, worldwide, up to date.
Whatever.
It made over 300 million still.
They're making money. Off
Of
it.
course, I don't think they made money off of it yet.
Not yet.
But I could be wrong.
They will at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure. But Fur also says Jason Momoa in Fast X didn't sleepwalk or phone it in for the fans. He tried to entertain us.
I could see that. I mean, he's a new face to it. He wants to see if he can be the person that revives the interest for those last couple. Did it end with anything resolved with him,
No,
or was it just
No,
kind
it's-
of like
we're
all right,
doing-
wait for
it was
the
a
next
complete
one?
cliffhanger.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
parters here. We're doing all the
so
parts.
they're really doing.
So
Okay.
they're doing like legit. Yeah, like part
This is-
2 is going to be a direct continuation, I'm sure, of part 1.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Well,
Yeah,
Whatever, dude. We've lived in a world where we've had Fast and the Furious our entire lives, so I'm all right with it. For
Bro,
the next what 2-3 more years, I'll take it. Fuck it,
dude. It's been like
since
over 20.
2001.
It's been over 20 years. Yeah, it's been 22 years. They're gonna go for
That's crazy.
That's over.
That's
half
probably
of,
why they tried to do like the 3-parters to be like the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, even that, it doesn't even fucking matter. You got us hooked. They fucking look. We're hooked. We're going to watch them. It's done. Like,
yeah, dude. Everybody at the movie theater was like there to see Fast X.
Yeah.
You know.
Even if it is a joke sometimes to us, we're gonna go fucking see how crazy it can be.
Of course.
And
it was crazy.
Yeah.
And
it's exactly what you expected.
Yeah, it definitely met our expectations of craziness.
Exactly. So it did its job. It did its job.
And there was like so many good one-liners too from like scenes that they tried to make
funny,
sentimental.
Nice.
Like scenes with the son specifically too.
That's so right,
funny, dude. Oh, dude, yeah, I forgot. Opening fucking scene.
Opening sequence.
The old Charger ripping and hollering through this wherever they are, drifting
back in LA.
Yeah, dude.
Back to drifting.
And then finally, like, kind of spins out a little bit. They lose it, and then like you just like the shot starts with the tire, and then it kind of just like booms up, and then inside it's Dom Jr. fucking driving, bro. I'm like, I couldn't from the first second. This fucking 12-year-old kid.
12. That's where we're at.
Nice. I don't even know. He might be younger than that, dude. He's a little kid. They're still holding him on his shoulders and shit.
It's all good, dude. He's part of the family,
man. And then but first, his favorite scene was the Rocket League scene. There was a scene where they're in Italy, and Jason Momoa has a giant bomb, basically
playing Rocket League.
Yeah,
with it.
And it started off as basically like in Batman, Dark Knight Rises, rather,
like hooks and shit.
When when Bane has that circular bomb throughout the Gotham in the 18-wheeler.
Oh yeah.
That's what that whole premise is in Fast X. Like, they rip the same thing,
same shit,
where they're rolling on with the convoy, and they got to stop the 18-wheeler. But of course, in this one, they shot the
truck. Does anybody slide underneath it?
Yeah, dude. Like
on a motorcycle, maybe.
Oh, the 18-wheeler? Yeah, of course. Letty's on the motorcycle, of course, dude.
I didn't even know.
Dom's in the Charger.
I didn't even need to. I just knew. If you're gonna do that,
and of course, at one point they stop the truck, but then the doors open and the ball comes out, and it's like a big ball and everything. And of course,
big ball that could explode at any moment, but it's all right. It's gonna roll everywhere for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like on its way and of course they're hyping up this bomb to be like destroying the whole fucking country.
Yeah,
basically.
I mean, man.
And of course, like,
and we don't know what country we're in right now.
No, they're going to destroy the Vatican.
Got it. Right.
Yeah.
No, the Vatican, Tony.
Oh, that's right. You're right. You're right.
Oh, so we're getting
was
holy with this shit.
For some reason, the Vatican.
Yeah,
by the way,
I mean, why not?
Whatever reason, pick a landmark, any landmark. They land on the Vatican.
We need to have a bomb rolling through.
But so the bomb's rolling through, and of course, there's like water surrounding the Vatican, which I don't know how accurate that is. There's like a moat.
I don't think that's accurate, Tony.
I don't think so either. So of course, the very last minute before it's the Vatican, Dom in the Charger, fucking going 1,000 miles an hour, hits a ramp that hits a crane that knocks the ball off the bridge
with the tail of the
crane,
of course,
and it falls in the water.
Fast, of course. Yeah.
And of course, the Charger like hits the fucking brick wall, and he just drives away, totally fine.
And next scene, the car's perfectly fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude. Like, there's no fucking
no
shot,
damage,
dude.
No damage.
And of course, the bomb explodes because it's underwater. It doesn't do anything. So it's just like, okay,
little splash, just a bunch of fish murdered.
Yeah. So that's Prefer's favorite scene.
That's Prefer.
And then of
Michael
course,
coming in strong.
Michael says Momoa was so bad. He's a horrible actor. Tried to be the Joker. ... He says John Cena saves the movie and the franchise. I know exactly why, which I mean, I don't think so. And he does mention all roads lead to Rome, he says.
Yeah, not anymore though.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
no
Jay.
river, by the way, Tony.
No river outside the Vatican?
No river outside of St. Peter's Square.
What's the other big town that's actually like going down underwater?
Venice. That's Venice.
Venice is completely
that's
underwater
Venice.
these days.
New York's gonna be underwater in 5 years.
That's what Michael said. that because of
10
the
years.
5 years.
because of the weight of the skyline, all the buildings, the ground is sinking. Which I mean, listen, man, you know, it's 21st century. You know, we have engineers and architects and shit like that. They basically we have the technology. You know, they built downtown by themselves. You know, like downtown Manhattan was an add-on.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't there. They made that land.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, not my shit
So,
right now. I'm good. We're
yeah.
talking about Fast X.
Yeah.
Not about Manhattan drowning.
By the way, Michael says not 5 years, LMAO.
LMF.
Yeah, Jay. Check your facts, Jason.
Yeah, Jason. Come on. Numbers. It's in the details.
Next thing I want to talk about was all right, let's go to John Cena here.
John Cena.
John Cena, as we know, has been disclosed
I like
as
this part.
Dom's long lost brother. And he like takes the role of you get Dom Jr. I know it's not Dom Jr., but Little Toretto.
Little
Toretto. To safety, basically. And you know, it's like classic example, you know, he's just like in this vest and he's looking all yoked still, and he's just ripping through henchmen. And the driving and like an old literally. He fucking, you know, he throws out the STFU to some people too, of course, dude.
Just tell them right to their face.
Honestly, dude. And he's driving at this Mustang. I'll tell you why Mike likes this song, this scene rather, because he's driving the Mustang, the old 90 whatever 5.0 Mustang.
Mustang got it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the 5-liter Mustang. It's still a good car, but of course the kid doesn't like it. It's almost whatever, beaten down.
No balls.
And they're playing Marky Mark, good vibrations in the car,
right.
and it's a whole nice like and they're doing the and then this is Marky Mark and then the kid finally is like and then I turn the mic and he's like yeah in the theater, as Michael said, that was like that's why Michael John Cena saves the movie in the franchise.
Wow, that was the reason, because of Marky Mark.
But I still think John Cena kind of blows at his character in general. I mean, he was, you know, he definitely had some laughs in there.
Fast X,
but his character, you know, spoiler alert, obviously here, John Cena's character dies in this movie. Unconfirmed though, as Michael will say, he definitely thinks.
We still got three episodes back.
Michael thinks
the Undertaker is going to show up in the second one and revive him.
Yeah, exactly. Michael thinks that, you know, his character will be back, but he does blow up in a fiery crash, which we've also seen.
Happen. So,
so you never know. But he like sacrificed himself, and he's like, it's classic. Like, first of all, he didn't even fucking do anything really, because it's like classic scene where they're on two different highways that are right next to each other, but there's space in between, whatever.
Yeah.
And John Cena is in this car that has like 4 rocket launchers attached to it. And
oh my God,
like, why not?
Dom is in his car with Toretto Jr. Toretto Jr. here. And there's a whole convoy coming at them. And you know, John Cena's on the other side, clear roads. And it's classic, like on the walkie-talkie, I'm gonna do this, Dom. It's time to stop living in my brother's shadow. I love you. This is for you. And he points to 4 rocket launchers in his car at the ground, shoots them, which propels the car,
of course,
across the highway, and it fucking rips away the whole convoy. And Dom,
oh yeah. Dude, and there were FJ Cruisers in that convoy.
Yeah, they were FJ Cruisers. Jay was very happy.
FJ Cruisers got it, baby.
As Michael says, and John Cena literally saves the Toretto family. Yeah. Michael Theophil says, first of all, the Asian dude is back. It's Han. He's been back. And then he goes, and the Brazilian woman, who's cop? Gal Gadot. No. He's thinking of Gal Gadot, which she did die in another previous movie. Did she not?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Dom's wife died.
Letty died before.
Letty died. Back.
But she didn't.
Like, we saw her get shot.
Die though, right? They brought her back from the dead.
Oh no, Jay. Michael's calling me.
Jay, we have a problem here.
I do have to go. I have a meeting in 5 minutes.
All right, Jay, real quick, what would you rate this Fast movie?
Fast X, you know, there's some bright spots, you know, and I love the message of like family. You know, like family comes first.
Yeah.
So that's some good points for the movie. But you know, it's just like the dumb scenes, you know, the predictable scenes, the classic Fast X. I'm gonna give it 6.5.
Okay, cool.
6.5.
6.5, not bad. And then also, real quick before we let you go, because I know we're gonna call Michael, get Michael on. And I'm sure he's still listening right now.
Oh, he's listening.
The movie theater he brought us to.
He's definitely listening.
The movie theater he brought us to, Jay.
Oh boy.
Not worth the hype, dude. Not worth the hype.
Which one did you go to?
We went to North Haven, which was like about a half hour, like probably more than a half hour away.
What was
supposed
to be so special?
Sorry.
I don't know. Michael's always talked about this movie theater and how awesome it is with the seats and the bar and whatever, the amenities around there. And I don't know, the seats that were in the theater were like doubles.
Okay. Yeah.
And they were doubles. Like I don't want, like someone could have sat next to me, a stranger, and I would have been in like a love seat with them.
Oh yeah, dude. I was like in a seat with Mike pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for date night, that's.
But there's an armrest that comes down and you can separate the two.
Yeah. Also, but that creates a suspect situation to me because, you know, I don't want some dude banging some chick behind me in the movie theater, right?
Hey, I'm not saying that it's good or bad. I'm just saying
because that could happen. All right, I heard some noises in the theater, and I had some questions.
Some jungle.
Okay,
at least some head. I could see some head.
Just heads bouncing. Yes, I could see some heads bouncing. Yeah.
All right, Jay.
Heads bouncing. That's for sure.
Jay, one last question. Would you recommend this to a friend? Would you recommend it to someone to go see it?
Yes, I would. All
right.
Because people need to go back to the movie theaters. The movie theaters are a lot of fun.
You think Mike was trying to give you a head?
Yeah, dude. He kept trying to like talk to me in the middle of the movie. I don't know what he was saying.
Dude, oh my god.
I was just like, no.
Dude, it's so funny. That happens every time because I can't hear that well as it is when people whisper to me.
Yeah.
And when like someone tries to talk to me during a movie in the theater, I'm like, yeah. Like, like sure, dude. I can't hear you. It's loud in here.
Do you notice the big screen in front of you?
Oh, so funny.
Oh, bud.
All right, Jay. Well, I appreciate you calling in on your busy day here.
No, I love it. I love it.
Oh, I'll see you later. All right.
See you later, Jay.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Peace.
Bye,
dude.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, let's get Michael now on the phone. Michael will have a voice.
He will have a voice. He's outside, downstairs in the parking lot in your car.
I hope so.
I bet he is. Michael? Dude, we know you're listening.
I mean, if he doesn't answer now, it's kind of,
you're listening.
Kind of beat if he doesn't answer.
Wow, just ignoring. Just 5 minutes ago, he wrote, "And the Brazilian."
Oh,
hello.
Hey, Mike.
Hello.
Michael, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi,
How's
we're
it going,
calling about
dude?
your car's extended warranty.
Yeah, my car's in the shop actually. So,
Think you're really gonna
but
need
I just
this
want to
warranty.
confirm that the Brazilian chick did die in confirmed 2013 in Fast and the Furious 6.
yeah, but first at it too.
Prefer drop that. Yeah, Mike in the house. He also said.
So yeah,
So he's very excited.
yeah. So like it's John Cena's gonna live. He's gonna come back in part 3 for sure and save the whole Toretto family and be the rightful heir of the Toretto household.
To the Toretto kingdom.
And the Dodge.
And Dodge. They own Dodge.
They own Dodge Chargers.
Yeah, he's gonna own Dodge.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
It was all right though. It was a pretty good movie. In terms of laughing at it.
I can only imagine.
He was laughing a lot, Michael.
I bet. When you
Manny,
told me
you would have been laughing a lot, like at it. It's not, you know what I'm talking
Of course.
You know, it's like Batman, the new one.
God, stop. That's just atrocious.
No, because Tony brought it up today in Sportsport.
Yeah, I did. Brian Barnaby, speaking of Sportsport, says best in the business, unlike Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, exactly, Brian.
Yeah, dude.
Imagine if that was Brian's like favorite series of all time. Just Fast and the Furious.
Fast and the Furious.
Oh my
I can
God.
see it, honestly.
Oh, dude, and tell him about driving down the dam.
Yeah, dude. I saw your comment here as one of your favorite scenes. That towards the end, of course, there's like explosion. They're at a dam for some reason.
The Hoover.
They're at some dam. You don't know
Basically.
which dam. A large dam.
Large.
Huge dam.
In Dubai.
No,
Power
they're not in
cities.
Dubai. Maybe were they in Brazil at this point, dude?
They're back in Brazil.
Dude, they were
though.
traveling a lot, dude. They were traveling. so
Yeah,
much.
everywhere.
Fast and the Furious, bro.
And
Gotta be
like, of
everywhere.
course, it was classic. Like, here we go again with the 18 wheelers full of explosives. And it's a dam, so there's just really one road that crosses the dam. And of course, at either end is the 18 wheeler, both gunning for Dom, who's in the middle
Why
with
not?
his son, by
Yep.
the way.
Of course.
So,
now he's Toretto Jr.
There's only one option.
Yeah.
And he
Your
goes,
life in
he goes
danger.
over the edge, down the dam. He uses it as a fucking half pipe, like super ramp, big air ramp.
Literally.
Um,
Oh, man.
And-
Danny Way style fucking.
literally, and like the fire explodes, the bombs, and the fire is in the fucking car.
Of course.
Like they're driving down the dam, and of course, the fire, for some reason, by the way,
It's just.
is following them, which doesn't make much sense because
They
an
left a trail.
explosion would go up.
You would think.
Right, but no, but the fire
Dude.
goes, it goes like the explosion goes, and the fire goes.
What do you know
then it
about
goes,
physics, bro? You don't know
and
shit about
follows
physics.
the Dodge down the dam. And again, like the car is like basically engulfed in flames right now,
Listen,
but they're
Yeah.
totally fine.
they took a
And what
Corolla
does
to the
Dom do?
moon.
He hits the fucking NOS, as if that wouldn't explode the car.
No, it's gonna propel
anyway.
you towards your optimal goal. Is what it's gonna fucking do.
And then they go,
See you later, alligator, up into space.
yeah, basically, yeah. So that was a great, physics defying move.
Yeah.
There was one other thing.
That's
that
what we should
was
have.
just
We should have
ridiculous.
a physicist come in and watch all 10 movies.
Do you know any?
That'd be good, dude.
No.
Because you ever see the
We could even just get like a high school teacher.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh,
we
that's
need.
true. Yeah. Michael, you gotta know a high school physics teacher around here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Of course he does. I think that meant yes.
What else? Oh, dude, how about the rock scene?
The Rock's in it. Does he come back?
Credit ending scene.
Nice, of course, because he's got to come back.
It's coming back, dude.
Of course, it was with the whole Somalian fucking army.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
just raiding a house, I think, was the end credit scene. He raided a house, and you knew it was him from the
Dom was in
get-go.
there.
And he picked
From
up,
the get-go,
Yeah.
everybody was horny about it.
and I think like a classic, like he's in the room, phone rings, take off your helmet. It's The Rock.
Oh my god!
Jason Momoa's in the other line. It's like, you're in the game.
Bitch.
Or whatever he says to him. And then it's just like, The Rock classic. He's just like,
Oh,
with his mouth open. He's just,
Toretto.
so pretty interesting.
No. Remember he said,
Oh
it
my
ain't
God,
hard to
that's
find me,
right.
son, bitch.
Yeah, that's right. He does have a line.
What does he say?
He goes, well, you know where I am, or I'm not hard to
I'm
find.
you some bitch.
But there's
Yeah,
a pause.
literally.
It's like, well, I'm not that hard to find. Some bitch.
Some
Bitch. And it's like, oh my God, dude. Like, what a classic fucking line to end the movie on.
It is The Rock.
And then
Literally.
out of all these scenes, and Michael was saying this a lot too, where Paul Walker's character, Brian,
Oh,
Damn it, Brian.
they like insist on keeping his character alive.
I know they got.
yeah, it's so
Um,
sad.
So like they're just trying to like make up ways to have him not be around.
They didn't even say anything this time.
And they really didn't say why he wasn't in the movie, like he wasn't around this movie. They just said like, I guess he's with the kids somewhere.
He's somewhere.
I know, that's
he's
it.
out-
That's
he's out
literally
the
it.
Gang,
That's
guys.
it.
He's
Dude.
out the
He's just
gang
with the kids somewhere.
Yeah, he's
but-
the one that's out the game,
Yeah,
of course. The
yeah.
one that was addicted the most.
Yeah, the one that was driving that fucking minivan in the pickup lane. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Getting his kids to school the quickest,
fucking
dude.
fast.
And it's just kind of weird. And then, at that point, you kind of are too far along to then like kill his character off.
Yeah,
like
you're
that
done.
makes
I
no
mean,
sense.
everyone knows.
But
Everyone
people
knows.
are murmuring that they're gonna try and bring him back somehow.
I mean, shit, man. Tupac's back. Whatever.
Yeah, so it should be pretty interesting. And it's I think people are
It's freaky
like,
because they can do it.
Yeah,
That's gonna
it
be
is,
the freaky
yeah.
part. And it's gonna be more of a matter of how realistic they can make it. I think they did a good job with his brothers on.
Oh my God! Look at the first comment. Sorry, so funny.
He says a few he has a few comments. He has three here.
Tell Manny about
Why-
the Dom's car, the last one.
Oh, okay. He prefers says, "Tell Manny about about Dom's car pulling 2 helicopters and then pancaking the copters together."
I mean, why wouldn't it be happening? Like
So again, here we are on this highway again.
yeah, back on
still
the
on the highway.
This,
We've been
this
on the
before or
highway. This is
after?
before John or after John Cena, I think, dies.
Damn.
Where 2 choppers, they get the grappling hooks on Dom's car,
Yeah.
and they're pulling it around. I guess Michael left us.
Michael's
dude.
gone. Mike Ellie's gone.
But of course, for some reason, it's like, you know, the car can still stay on the ground for some whatever, however, and then next thing you know, it's just like Dom hits the gas
and we're off to the races.
And the 2 copters that had them cabled up are pulled together and they go. and now he is dragging these skeletal copters down the highway that are on fire, mind you.
Well, like, not surprising.
And it's like,
Dom.
They're on by the cable still attached to the Dodge, obviously, so I was dragging them. And they're overlapping and everything, but they never get tangled up.
Not yet, no.
And he uses them as weapons.
Dude, they fucking pulled a safe through Rio de Janeiro
safe is fucking nuts, dude.
with a fucking Charger, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking Fast and the Furious.
So ridiculous. Man. Oh, Michael said phone died. LOL.
Yeah,
and then he says, I guess he's on his laptop now. That was a quick turnaround.
Yeah, he's fast.
And he goes, ha ha ha, so funny. The Dodge Charger can do all.
Yeah. Can do anything.
I mean, he can. Michael knows. He's driving it today.
Right now. Dude, he's pulling a heist as we speak. That's why the phone went out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And they came pretty close to having a race, a real street race in this movie.
Finally getting back to
literally like they got a nice foursome going on street race, old school, Fast and the Furious, the Fast and the Furious style.
Was Junior Toretto part of it?
No, it was Dom. It was like one of his boys from Brazil. There was one there in Brazil. And then the Brazilian cop's daughter made an appearance here now.
She's bad now. She's do you remember
sorry, not daughter, sister, excuse me. And she's like the classic, like, my sister was a cop and a good person, and she died. It should have been me.
Should have been me. I was a scumbag. But I'm here to fucking
here.
Get back.
But they race, and like 500 feet down the road, it's just like Momoa has bombs.
Is it a quarter mile? Is it a quarter mile?
Yeah.
I bet it was a quarter mile.
No, probably a quarter mile at a time.
Quarter mile at a time.
Dom has like a bomb at the bottom of the other 2 cars. So it's just like, oh, I'm gonna blow up cars now. You have to choose, dude.
Choose what you gonna do.
And then Befers comes in here and says, Rat Catchers from Suicide Squad was in Fast X. I don't know what that rat catcher.
That's a weird dude. It's a weird fucking thing, I believe.
Danielle Melchior.
No, am I thinking of the wrong thing?
Oh, that's her.
Oh yeah, that's her.
That she was the sister.
Yeah. Cool.
That's cool, I guess. Yeah. Big step for her.
Big
but
step,
yeah,
big
dude.
jumps.
I mean, in my opinion, I like where Jay was living at.
What Jay? 6.5, he said.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude. I think it's a good little score for a movie that, at this point, we know what we're getting. You know what I'm saying?
You know what your money's going towards.
So yeah, dude.
So what's your number? You gonna do a 6.5, 6.6, 6.4?
I guess I'll go a notch below Jay at the 6.4.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah,
I can see that.
But it was Fast 10. It was fast and it was 10.
It's the 10th one. I mean,
and there are talks too of creating other spin-offs.
And of course, especially after what's her face said. How many Marvel Universe movies can you make?
Who's that?
Have you seen that? No. That's another viral video that's been going around. It's what's her name? Michelle Rodriguez. She goes, just stop with the Marvel. How many Marvel movies can you make?
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. On the red carpet. I was like, what the fuck? Everyone's been making fun of her for it.
Well, yeah, because
she's on number 10.
Gonna be going
and
to
she
the
fucking
11th
died and
installment.
Came back
yeah,
and fucking blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
No one needs it.
All right, let's move on, dude.
Moving on up.
Let's do White Men Can't Jump here.
No.
Another movie that came out on Friday here, streaming service via Hulu.
And
I
watched this the day you guys went to go watch
Fast, which was
X.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I think Sunday night I watched White Men
Yeah.
Can't Jump.
You must have had a shitty weekend. huh?
After, Fast X, and then White Men Can't Jump. As we have a comment from before. All right, Fast X. He says Dom should not be allowed to have custody of his child.
Nah, dude, he should not.
I mean, definitely shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
And also, it's not Letty's kid,
Yeah,
which is so crazy to me, right? It's the Brazilian woman's
I think
kid?
so. Yeah.
Am I wrong? Or was Letty
No,
pregnant?
I don't fucking.
I think she's
know.
pregnant now because they were rubbing her belly a lot.
Yeah, a lot of belly.
Oh, there
rubs.
was some weird scene of them cuddling in bed, dude.
Of course.
Not cool. It looked very unnatural too. Like Vin Diesel awkwardly like holding her like this. Just think about the kid.
Just love the kid. Rub the belly for the
And-
kid. I'm Vin Diesel.
White Men Can't Jump. Speaking of,
God, it was so bad. It was so fucking bad. So fucking bad.
all right, let's go. White Men Can't Jump remake of the original
So fucking
from
bad.
92, maybe 96.
Doesn't matter because it was so bad. And I don't know if it's because I'm older now and I don't understand.
Jokes.
Not even jokes. I mean, I didn't find it funny. There was no part where I was like, "Yo, this is fucking hysterical."
I definitely had a couple chuckles during this movie.
I mean, some of his shit talking was funny. Yeah,
The shit talking was funny.
I'll give him that.
Thankfully so.
But not enough, dude. Not
But
enough
it definitely wasn't enough. And again, I mean, it wasn't delivered like what Woody Harrelson did. I mean, Woody Harrelson delivered it so much better and with more anger and stuff.
and it wasn't
you know?
like it made sense back in the day that he was dressed weird. Now, like they even said it in the movie. It's like, oh, dude, now every white guy looks like this. Like,
Yeah.
you know that every white guy can play. Like, it completely
Yeah.
takes away from the fucking entire point of the of the
Right.
hustling, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Like he does literally dress like
yeah.
how anyone else dresses nowadays.
Back in the day, it was a racial thing. The white dudes don't know how to play. That's the whole point of the movie. White man
Right.
can't jump. Like,
Mhm.
now they tried and they fucking failed.
Yeah, they definitely did. I mean, I think the story was kind of weak. Jack Harlow did an okay job. The guy who played the other main character, who's again, I was kind of falling asleep at the end of the movie towards the end.
Yeah, it was
Just because you of course know what's gonna happen. You know they're gonna win.
yeah, and even that, like, you just watched the few. There was no. They wanted drama. There was no drama. They didn't build up any drama. There
they
wasn't
really
anything. It was
didn't,
just
dude.
showing a bunch of like hoops being made, and literally the last game, there was no point in showing the last game.
No.
It was just a fucking 20 clip highlight of them making a basket, you making a basket, them making a
Yeah.
basket, you making. There was nothing else. Like like I mean, they tried to do it with like the dad, passing away during it, but it didn't
Oh,
fucking
dude,
work.
the dad thing sucked.
They didn't do it well. Like it was just not told the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Yeah, it
tried to
wasn't.
make it modern, but it doesn't work in modern times because
Yeah,
the
and
whole point is lost.
like again to your point about shooting the basketball so much, like filming the basketball. I should say. You look at the original, like there really wasn't that much basketball.
That wasn't the
filmed.
point.
It wasn't the point at all. So, like you said, you kind of get this feeling of like, all right, this does feel like just like a montage
Yeah.
of like who
It
gives.
looks
a fuck, dude.
like a 90s montage, like
Yeah.
from Brink,
yeah,
but
yeah,
with
yeah.
basketball.
And I don't know, the whole like having the tournament too, they added like the announcer aspect to having that involved and like
Yeah,
kind of setting
like-
shit up. Like,
Yeah, they made it. They I don't know, man. It looked like it was like a fucking 90s Disney's movie.
yeah, no, it did look kind of
That's how it
Disney.
felt. That's how it felt to me. Like,
It definitely wasn't rated R enough for me, and it was rated R.
was it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a couple curses, I think, but
Yeah.
nothing crazy. I hated the fact that they made them both like top prospects. Like Jack Harlow went to Gonzaga.
Yeah.
And your boy
Again, not
like,
part of what the storyline was. Like,
yeah. They added a little backstory in terms of why there's like why he was so angry. He had anger problems.
Yeah.
The kids when he was in high school, he punched the kid, lost the scholar, whatever. Dude blew it.
Yeah.
And then also like the whole like Jack Harlow fucking up his knees. Like that was just so much of like a cliche move for an athlete. And then of course, like
You're waiting for that moment.
It only bothers him when it like helps out the story at that point.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like in the beginning of the movie, like when he plays that dude for the court at the rec place,
Yeah.
the very first he goes for a fucking layup and he can't do it.
Out.
And he's out. So like, how are you gonna play competitive basketball when you can't even fucking make a layup on your own, dude?
And the fact that you say like that was the thing, stem cell, it's like that's Andrew Schultz's character is fucking like, yeah, man, stem cells. You heard about stem cells?
Oh, yeah,
man, I'm gonna do stem cells. Like, who the fuck right now is going, yeah, stem cells, man, stem cells, man. Like, dude, that's like
it was delusional.
That's fucking someone trying to make it look like a joke and how someone could think, but it's like it's stupid. It was dumb.
Yeah, he's like trying to save money to get stem cells,
dude.
Injected
it doesn't even
knees.
Sound right. Like it does. The way he explained, like it was just overall, dude, it was bad.
Yeah,
there was no excitement to it. There was no meaning to it. By the
really
end of it, you're
dude.
like, what the fuck was the point? That he got a fucking barbershop or a salon for his fucking girlfriend?
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, literally. And then, obviously, like, I don't know, one of the most iconic parts about the original movie is the whole fucking Jeopardy thing.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
and I know you can't, like, you don't want to do that again, but it's like, what did Jack Harlow's girlfriend want to do? Like, she was a choreographer.
Yeah, she was a choreographer.
Yeah, dance choreographer.
Dancer for like a big star. She was going out to do some shit. Like, okay, still not, the dad part kind of not needed.
Right.
Unfortunately, it was the guy who passed away recently too, which is a bummer.
I know.
But like, nothing about it. It took me. It was a push for me to watch this thing.
It was a push for me to finish it, dude.
Yeah. So that's where I'll leave that one.
Yeah, dude.
There's like there wasn't any good, like nothing. Even like the gangster parts were like, yeah, we're going to, like, nothing fucking happened.
No. And like
in the altar, like,
yeah, it was just no good.
Like if you saw that in White Man Can't Jump 1, like someone would have gotten shot. Someone would have died in that story. Someone would have been.
Oh, yeah, they had the dude come up with a flamethrower. Like,
yeah, like what the fuck is that? Dude, honestly, like, that was the dumbest thing. Goes, no, they got flamethrowers. What? And they go, like, yeah, like, fuck off.
Yeah, honestly, dude,
that was like the dumbest fucking thing. And again, what pisses me off is that I don't know if this is me being older now and not understanding the new young generation, which is a possibility. But fuck, man, if that's the truth, then I don't understand jack shit, because that shit was dumb.
Yeah, it was dumb.
It's fucking stupid. And this is coming from a dude that loves Jackass.
Yeah, literally. Total shame. Yeah, 40% on Metacritic, by the way. 27% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. By the way, actually, before, just remind me the Blake Griffin thing. The Blake Griffin part made me laugh. When this counts as
at the end
as community service, right?
Yeah.
Shut up and take the photo.
Yeah.
That was fucking hysterical.
That was funny.
He got me on that one.
And then he says, between this and Space Jam, Hollywood needs to stop remaking basketball movies. That's absolutely. A fact, dude.
100%.
When's the last good basketball movie that was out in theaters? Thank you.
Fuck, dude. Nothing in the past 10 years.
Even fucking Adam Sandler's movie too with basketball.
No, that wasn't. No.
It was okay.
Good. No, not anything like the best.
Not anything.
Some of these stories back in the day are the best. Fucking Hoosiers.
Oh yeah, Hoosiers, dude. I think your story is the best. My mother says, "Hi guys, leaving AC now."
Oh, leaving AC. Is she partying?
Atlantic City. Damn. Her birthday's in 3 days.
Oh, so she went out.
So she went out this past weekend with my father to AC. They stayed over. Thanks, Mom. Drive safe.
Yes, gets home safe, please.
Before Champions.
Yeah, I've been seeing
Woody
that.
Harrelson,
I need to watch it.
Not bad. That's with the team who has like either Down syndrome.
I think so,
or
something like that. But yeah, like coming of age stories. Let's get some good one.
My mother says we are losers. Like they didn't win anything, and she doesn't miss you. I miss you too, Mom. But first is happy early birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, early birthday.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. It's so sick. Again, like you know, with a movie like this where the original was so good, iconic, cult following, has 2 actors in it that had great lengthy careers, successful careers.
Yep.
You know that you're not getting what the original is. But geez, dude, I think this just fell flat in general. And the
It's-
guy
it's-
makes the NBA at the end of the movie. Like,
by going through the G
come
League,
on,
D League, whatever the
dude.
hell
Like,
we are
yeah,
now. Like,
the G League.
that's the problem, is that like nowadays everything has to be like that fucking perfect ending for everybody. It's
Yeah.
not the fucking perfect ending. That usually doesn't happen
No.
ever.
Ever. And yeah, Jack Harlow's like his manager boy, dude. Like,
yeah, like it's
sure.
Yeah, I'm done. It's just too fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, dude.
And it's just not. It's like, again, the story that was supposed to be there. You can't tell it these days because everyone will be like, fucking, oh no, you can't do that. You can't do this. You can't.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. It was a different style. It was a different idea, and they fucking ruined it with this
Yeah.
new one.
They really did.
It's a bummer.
Should watch the original one just to get the bad taste out of my mouth.
Just rough. Just rough.
1992, the original one came out. I want to see if it's.
92.
I wonder if it's streamed on Hulu.
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 Yeah. Let's
No?
see. I don't know. Let's
You
see.
being sketchy?
Might be being real sketchy. Hulu.
And then Billy Hoyle. Come on, dude. You can't make up a better name than that. Jack Harlow's character was just Jeremy.
Yep, White Man Can't Jump. The original.
That's
Watch
awesome.
movie. And I mean oh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but they tried to do they tried to make the kid look like Wesley Snipes at the end. Did you see that?
The kid?
Yeah. So Homeboy's kid, whatever the main
Yeah.
character is, him and his wife show up to the tournament with their kid, right?
Yeah.
Look at what he's wearing. He's wearing the fucking flip front hat. He's wearing the tank top. He looks just like Wesley Snipes. Jump kid. White Man Can't Jump kid.
Kid.
Tournament arrival. I don't know. You might have to put the date. Those friends too were fucking annoying.
They weren't that good, dude.
Yeah.
They offered nothing.
Yeah. Rosie Perez. Hello, Rosie.
I know, dude.
Hola,
Sure.
Rosie. I love you so much. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you'll be able to find the photo, but either way, if you watch
Doesn't
it again,
matter. I'm not gonna watch it again.
I know, but
Don't you
when they
dare.
get out of the car, he's wearing pretty much all of Wesley Snipes type gear, and he looks like an '80s baby.
That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, again, trying to show homage, but like not good enough.
Yeah, dude.
Bummer.
I would give it, I don't know, maybe like a 3.2. 3.2?
Well, I'll live down there with you. 3 is fine. It ain't getting anything higher than that from me.
Would you recommend it?
No.
To anyone? No, wouldn't
No.
recommend it.
No.
What about like a young high school student these days? Someone who really knows.
I mean, like,
what it's
I'd still want to give him the old one. Be like, yo, watch the old one. See the hustle. See the real hustle. Not this crap. Not this flamethrower crap.
This flamethrower crap.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
No, yeah, dude, I totally agree.
It's
You
just
know?
it's just not.
Yeah.
We talk about a lot of movies that don't hit the mark. This one really didn't hit the mark.
Missed the mark, actually.
Yeah, missed
Clearly.
the mark. Missed. Did not hit. It missed.
Well, all right, dude.
All right, bro.
It's sad. Kind of a bummer episode.
I know.
Like we started out hot too with White House Plumbers.
We did.
Great episode, bestest episode.
You want to go
of the
through
series.
you want to go through your
the watch
list real
list.
quick? And
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
do quick
dude.
because there's some goodies in there.
Yeah,
Some
that's
goodies.
right, dude. I totally forgot about the watch
Yeah,
list.
start it
here,
up.
dude.
Why don't you start?
No. We've been doing you start.
Okay, we're doing me start. All right. So
Do you
what
need
was
me to
it?
bring yours up?
Yeah, give me. Well, I know one of them. One of them was RRR. I know
Yes.
that Prefer will be pumped that I watched it, and I
Dude, so
mentioned it
pumped.
earlier when we were talking about Homeboy's death, unfortunately. But
Yes.
it is a long movie, but it was fun to watch. It was like,
It's like 3.5 hours, isn't it?
yeah, but it's like there's so much to the story, and like there's like it's like it's an actual story. There's like betrayal, there's friendship, there's the love interest, there's they stole, the whole point is they're living again in the time where the British was ruling. It was a British
Right.
whatchamacallit,
They're,
colony.
Yeah.
right?
Colony. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Prefer right. RRR is like Fast X done right. You're right. It's very crazy. It has all like those crazy things, but like it's fun to watch, and like the way that they did it, there's a lot of slow-mo, a lot of like beauty shots, a lot of like crazy animals. The CGI in it, you can tell it's CGI, but it's not the worst. You know what I mean? Like there's a part where like he releases fucking, I don't know, 30 different animals, like lions, tigers, fucking birds, peacock, or ostriches, I think, shit like that, just flying out in this attack. And it's really like these two guys have this background of just, they're defending their tribe, they're defending their people, they're defending, and you start learning so much about each character throughout the entire movie, and like you understand, but everything's intertwined, and the kills are fucking insane. Like but like fun ones. It's not like you're watching a horror movie where like the kills are fucking like this is like fun
kills.
It's not fun kills, but like a lion taking fucking a dude's head off after being thrown by one of these guys. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and this dude's really good at fucking, he runs towards the tiger and the tiger jumps to attack him and he always slides underneath beautifully. And the movement of everything, dude, it's so outlandish and crazy, but fun and exciting to watch. And you get that like action, you get some, and again, I believe one of the songs, was nominated for an Oscar, right? Did it win?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I believe one of the songs was nominated, and the songs are beautiful. Like, it's really cool. Like, they end it with a like a Bollywood style like song dance thing. Like,
Golden Globe.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, one best song says. But I remember hearing, but it like I watched it, and like it's part of it. It's like it's a song that riles up the people. It gets them to revolutionize. Like it's a fucking sick movie. Now again, 3.5 hours long or 3 and something, but
kind of.
I think it took. I can't find that much time in a day.
I know
sequentially like that. So I think I watched it over 2 days.
Okay,
but like when I started watching it again, like I was right back into it. Like the characters are good. It's definitely worth the watch. Definitely worth the watch. But yeah, that one. What else did I do? I did
McGregor Forever.
McGregor Forever.
We kind of touched upon.
We touched upon a little bit. Again, I think it could have been done with 2 episodes, not 3. I think it got a little repetitive and a little bit whiny at the end, where it wasn't bad. It was the same thing. So like he COVID happened. They can't find him a fight, or he's want to fight this person. He goes through training. Training's different. He's a different person. Something happens in that fight. The next fight's the same thing. It's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, we have to change something. Oh, I'm going to be there. I'm going to commit. Like this time my family is not going to be here. And it's just like the same story with like 4 fights.
Right.
With a good amount of like cool behind the scenes information that you get sprinkled in. Just condense it. I mean, just condense it. We know, again, these stories are things that we know what kind of happened because we saw the fights. We know what happened. We know he fucked up his leg. We know he threw a chair at fucking what's his face's bus and got her. We know these things. You're gonna have to put them in.
Yeah.
But after a while, it's repetitive. It's like, how many times can someone say, "Hey, I'm gonna change," or "Hey, I lost," and it's a building experience. Of course, we get it. Failure is because that's the ultimate thing of the whole fucking 3 episodes. Is like failure is okay. You fail, you move on. It's gonna help you. Yeah. After the 5th time you hear it, you're like, I get it.
You're not gonna move on.
Like
you are
where you are. Yeah. And again, he's also not done from what everyone hears.
Yeah, true.
So we know there's gonna be a little bit more going, but all in all, good doc, super cool, like Showtime, fucking 24/7 style. You're really in there with them. They do some of the the sparring in there with them. You're with him at the beginning of the bouts, you're in them in the locker room, you're in them at the end of the bouts, like right after, like you have all access with him.
Right.
And that's what, everyone likes to see. So that part was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And his career is just crazy. You see a new side of him.
Yeah.
But like I said, after a while, it's like, all right, we saw it. There's no more new side after that new side. Let's end it. Let's see what happened. That's it.
Yeah. Your last pick, dude?
Last pick, what was it?
The day the earth stood
This
still.
is just a random. I had nothing to watch one night. It was like the night before a few things came out. And I was just sitting there scrolling. I was going through everything, Paramount Plus, Netflix. I couldn't find jack shit. And for some reason, this popped up. I was like, oh, I forgot about this. A sci-fi.
Yeah, good movie.
Put it on.
Remake too.
Yeah, exactly. Another remake that was actually, even I haven't watched the original. It's a weird.
My mom liked the original. She told me about it.
Yeah.
We watched this movie together.
I might have to watch the original because the storyline is good. I mean, it's again, it's your typical like, you guys are fucking up the planet beyond compare. You can't fuck it up anymore. We're here to take it away from you.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, when did you guys meet that part? Like, there's a part where he's talking to Keanu Reeves, like, you guys made it to a certain point and then had to change. Like, this is our tipping point. Now we have to change. And then all of a sudden, you know, he agrees to help. And, you know, it's your typical sci-fi. There's someone out there that's way more advanced than us.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have, you know, they're saying, of course, the United States, Kathy Bates is in it.
Oh, that's right.
She's the one that's speaking for the president. Of course, she's like, no, we're not going to fucking do this with him. And the guy from Friday Night Lights is another one of the guys he's like, yeah, fuck these guys. We got to shoot them down. We have to do this.
Classic.
You know, again, all very generic storyline stuff that we know now, but it was not a bad watch.
It is.
And I like
Keanu Reeves.
in it.
Good job. Yeah.
He's an alien, so.
Yeah. Ominous.
Very
ominous.
Very ominous.
Yeah, dude.
And but yeah, overall not a terrible movie, not a great one, but a fun one just to have in the background and see some of the stuff that happens.
Yeah, love it. Doing its job.
Telling a story. That's the other thing. It's just the storytelling is there. So
it is there. Yeah, I like that.
From beginning to end, you understand what's happening. You understand why it's happening. You get the climax. You get the the solution at the. It just works.
Yeah, man, I got the climax.
I like the climax. You know.
Speaking of climaxing. We're gonna go to my first pick here. Grandma's Boy. The ultimate climax, dude.
What a fucking comedy.
I think I know we talked about Waiting being one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yeah, this is low key fucking.
This is I honestly do. I forgot again another movie again you can I think this goes back to I guess when we talked about the Attack of the Show documentary where I grew up I was obviously heavy into video games and stuff like that. This was another one of those movies that just resonated because his life was so dope, dude.
Yeah. It was the cool is what everyone wanted to be.
You just test video games.
When you're a kid, what did you want to do? Play video games your entire life.
So sick, dude. Yeah. And this movie, is a Happy Madison production.
Yeah. Without Happy Madison.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, it's not an Adam Sandler movie per se.
It's his homies.
It's his homies movie. So
all the guys that are in the backgrounds of his movies.
Yeah. So Alan Covert, who I'm trying to think of who he played in Little Nicky. He was the apartment roommate guy.
Yeah.
I think in Big Daddy, he was one of the gay lawyer friends.
Yeah.
So you know who he is, dude.
Yeah.
And then Peter Dante, who plays Dante in the movie, who is probably one of the more recognizable guys, I would say.
He was his caddy in Happy Gilmore. Right?
Yeah. No. Alan Covert was the caddy, the homeless guy.
Yeah.
Dante was the quarterback in Waterboy.
Oh, yeah.
Also, and he was one of the other gay lawyers in Big Daddy. And then Nick Swartzen, who most people know.
And this was at the beginning of Nick Swartzen.
Yeah. This movie came out in 2006.
Yeah, this was the beginning of him really popping off.
Jonah Hill makes an appearance in this movie as well.
When does Jonah Hill make an appearance?
He's one of the friends from work.
Titty, right?
He's sucking the titty.
Sucking the titty.
So great, dude. So basically, this guy, Alex, who's played by Alan Covert, who's the main character here, he gets thrown out of his apartment because his roommate was taking all the rent money and spending it at a strip club, at a whorehouse.
Yeah.
And so he gets kicked out. He has to live with his grandmother, Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
Obviously working at this video game company, that is trying to put out this new video game. Again, by this guy who's played by Joel David Moore,
who looks like fucking Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, he looks like Marilyn Manson in this movie. Again, thinking about roles you would know him for is in Dodgeball, he was the really tall, skinny, not Justin Long, but the other dude who's a nerd loser.
Yeah, I don't remember what he was really in.
He was the team manager.
Forget. Yeah,
in Dodgeball. But other than that, what other movies was
newer stuff? But nothing really. He's just
Grandma's Boy, Dodgeball. Oh, he wasn't at Avatar.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that's right. I don't know anything else, dude.
Terrible horror movie.
Yeah, I saw him in person once at Rockefeller Center.
Nice.
So pretty interesting. You know, he's hilarious in this movie. Where he plays like what was like a 13-year-old prodigy.
Yeah.
Now he's like a little bit older, making more video games, and he's like kind of losing it, and he's really awkward. Does like this
he's
robot
failing.
voice.
He's failing at creating this game.
Yeah, and like everyone hates him because he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like he thinks he's above everyone else. So just the testers.
And what's his face? What's his face? The head, the peaceful guy.
Kevin Nealon.
Kevin Nealon.
Sacred Heart alumni, dude.
Fucking awesome.
He is so funny as
Yeah.
that spiritual guru
Yep.
guy, dude.
Yep.
Do the end scene where they're all together and he's like talking about like I dreamt of a seagull flying above the ocean, and he dove into the water and swam with the dolphins.
Yeah.
And Dante's like, "Whoa, like where do you get your weed from?" He goes, I get it from you, Dante. Oh, that's right. How's it going, Mr. Cheezel? Yeah. His character
I'll
is
go to
so
the fucking
funny,
Looney
dude.
Booth
Yeah,
with you, man.
yeah. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck, I'll go into Looney.
There's so many good scenes in this movie. It's absolutely hilarious.
What does high score mean? Does that mean I win? Did that mean
Yeah.
Does high score mean
Did I break it?
did I break it?
Oh my god. Oh yeah, Nick Swartzen is like, I mean, he plays himself basically,
Yeah.
just a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, so
He's like
funny,
the king
dude.
of nerds.
yeah. Such a great movie. You guys haven't seen it. I don't want to spoil too much, honestly.
It's just so much goodness.
But it's a rated R movie. There's cursing, there's vulgar, there's partying, there's smoking weed, drinking.
Tripping.
Jonah Hill sucking on a titty, dude.
Old ladies,
old
young
ladies having a
men.
good time, dude.
It's fucking amazing.
It really, and it's something that like I watched it in the studio. We have it on DVD here.
Yeah.
And it's again a movie I grew up on. I can watch it literally countless times, and it's always funny, dude.
Always.
So let's move on from that, dude. My next pick was Fast X, which we just went over, dude.
Full skis.
Saw that in theaters, and then the third pick was another movie I watched
was
on
interesting.
HBO, American President,
on the TV.
on the TV, dude.
The television.
So all
did you
these
catch it like right at the beginning, or were you like,
yes, right at the beginning, and I had to watch it through because I love it.
wonderful.
Movie came out in '95.
Noving
All right, you have Michael Douglas, Annette Bening, Michael J.
Yep.
Fox, Martin Sheen. Really, your main guys you're looking at here,
Yeah.
and
Not everybody else.
it really is like, it's a very interesting movie because bare bones, face value, it is technically a romantic movie.
Yeah.
But you have a cast of phenomenal actors who obviously perform well. It is a drama,
Yeah,
I mean,
of
and they
course.
go pretty in depth in terms of like, Michael Douglas is the president and he's running for re-election.
Yeah.
And a lot of, he's a single father.
He sent someone into Watergate.
Yeah, exactly. And it really did, it did kind of, shed light a lot on the political system in general. A lot on the stresses of what, the president has to deal with. And of course, again, like with this cast of characters, like
You're gonna get good.
you just get, you get great performances. You get a great movie. They really like, they're dedicated here to their
Rotten
roles.
Tomatoes gives it a 9.1, right? Is that what it is?
91 out of 100.
91.
Yeah. So 9.1, 91% out of 100 here. Directed by Rob Reiner too. Again, someone
another
who,
classic director. Yeah.
the screenplay was by Aaron Sorkin, who is,
Of course.
a veteran screenwriter.
Yep.
So you just assemble all these guys, and
This
it's
is
like
95, you said?
1995.
Love it.
And again, it's technically like it's categorized here. I'm looking at it Google as a rom-com,
Yeah.
but it's just so much better than that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of those movies are
Yeah.
better than that.
And honestly, in my opinion, like, and you said you watched the Michael J. Fox doc. He's in this movie. And of course, you think of Michael J. Fox, think Back to the Future, but he like puts on such a riveting performance.
Yeah.
He's like one of the White House handler guys for the president. Like he's top up there. So he has a lot of screen time. And there's one scene where, Michael Douglas, starts dating Annette Bening, who is lobbying for, I think, some type of like green, like, fossil fuel bill to be passed.
Yeah.
And Michael Douglas, his big hoorah is like gun control thing, I think, or crime, whatever is his big bill.
This is big move.
It's his big move. And, there comes to a point where Michael Douglas kind of has to choose between his bill or like Annette Bening's bill.
It's over. Relationship's over.
And like obviously that's like the thing. And Michael J. Fox just goes off on Michael Douglas. And it was just a great scene because Martin Sheen is there, who I think is like the second, whatever, like not the vice president, but like his campaign president, whatever, his campaign manager guy.
Yeah.
And Martin Sheen's like, you can't talk to your president like that, Michael J. Fox. No, I can, because I'm a citizen. I'm a citizen of the United States of America first here. All right. And the last I checked, he works for me, and he's just like a great scene, dude. Like just really good acting by Michael J. Fox, which is what Michael J. Fox is. Like he is a good actor. He had a lot of potential. Like Back to the Future is one of those movies where, like, it's so iconic, not necessarily because of his acting, but just because of the movie in general.
But he replaced somebody.
Yeah,
they didn't. They had already chosen someone, and he also wasn't told about this for a while.
Yeah.
That's part of the story that still the documentary on Apple TV talks about. It's just they go a little bit into his background, and then they go more in. But they were talking about, they're like, the creator of Family Ties didn't want him. There just wasn't any time. And then finally, like a few years after, he was like, here. And then that was when they're like, we're going to make this happen.
Yeah.
This guy's not working. They're going to pay money to redo all of his scenes. And then, of course, he fucking crushed it.
Yeah.
And he was doing Family Ties at the time. So it was literally like they're talking about his schedule. They do little dramatizations and shit in the documentary, but they talk about just like he had a guy that came in the morning, made him coffee, woke him up, drove him to Family Ties. After Family Ties, there was another guy that took him, drove him to whatever place they were shooting, blah, blah, blah. Or Back to the Future, they would go to that area. Then they come back, like someone would drop him off. He would get like 3 hours of sleep. And then that first guy would come back, put on a pot of coffee, wake him up. And it was just like nonstop.
So crazy.
And then flying back and forth because there were some shots that were done elsewhere and all that shit. Like,
oh, yeah.
It was crazy. And he says in the doc, that was also one of the reasons why his prognosis of Parkinson's, it got worse because of that. He was nonstop.
I bet.
And if you realize, when he talks about it now, you can realize now in all of his scenes, he has stuff in his hands. Always. He always had something to fidget with, so you wouldn't notice that his hand was, because I believe it started with like his pinky or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a fucked up story, and it sucks for him, but he's also one of those guys that's like, dude, do not pity me.
Right.
I ain't playing this game. Like, he's really about that.
Yeah.
Full heartedly. He's like, do not fucking put pity on me. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help anybody.
Right.
And he's crushing. Fucking crushing.
Yeah, dude. And you love it. Because, I mean, again, like, watching him in this movie too, like, you think about what such a young, like, talented actor he was.
Yeah. And he did a good amount. I mean, nothing crazy good. And they say that in there too, because there was a good time after where he was just getting pelted with just fucking his scenes and stuff. And I believe that Teen Wolf came out at the same time as Back in the Future.
Yeah, same year
and shit like that. So but Back to the Future came out first.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right,
Teen Wolf was dope too. Love Teen Wolf.
Now imagine if that came out maybe a year later, or it came out before
Back to the Future.
Like, there's a lot of ifs and stuff, but he's a great actor.
Yeah. He really is, dude. So it was dope. It was dope to see this movie again, honestly.
Yeah.
I think the first time I watched it was like with my mom, like in high school or something.
Yeah. Again, one of those movies you have to watch when you understand life.
Yeah, dude. And again, like it's a movie too that, like, again, like no scene seemed like it was just like a filler scene. Like it wasn't
good storytelling.
Like, yeah, it was just a great storytelling, dude.
No fillers. You don't need fillers.
Yeah, you don't. And of course, there's also great scenes from Michael J. Fox. Michael Douglas, rather.
Yeah. Oh.
He's the fucking man, dude. Like, he's
Douglas.
great. He's a great actor.
I was right before this. I watched American Plumbers, and then I was watching Quantum.
Whatever. Oh, Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, and he's awesome in that one.
Yeah,
too.
he is.
He's like, none of them were you, babe.
Too bad the movie sucked. Yeah, none of them were you, babe. So funny.
Wasn't you, babe.
But yeah, so that's basically it, dude.
Dude, a lot of content was consumed this weekend.
Yeah, that's for sure, dude. A lot of content, dude.
Well, I'll talk about it on Friday, but I watched Dungeons and Dragons too.
Oh, it's right. Yeah, I was talking about it on Friday. It's still in theaters. Where'd you watch it? Illegally?
No, Paramount.
God damn it.
Paramount Plus had it, and I have my subscription expired probably the 30th, maybe. I don't even know. It's a fucking cut it out.
Yeah, you cut it out, dude.
Fuck this. I don't need it no more. But it was all right.
Yeah, we can break it down on Friday
We'll
with
break it
Jay's here.
down.
Maybe I'll try and watch it this week at some point with Jay
Maybe,
somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Get
dude.
it.
That's basically it.
That's basically it, guys.
Man, do you have anything else?
No, lovely day.
Lovely day for some content.
Lovely day.
I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We give you guys got a lot of content. White Men
Yeah.
Can't Jump. You can watch Fast X. I'm still interested. I don't think prefer seeing it 4 times. That's just so ridiculous. American President. I mean, go check out the watch list. They're on, on Twitter,
Get
on
through
Instagram.
that McGregor
dude.
doc. Let me know how you think.
Yeah. Check it out, dude. And then again, like we're back here on Friday, same time, noon with Jay in studio here.
In studio, baby.
Come watch these movies we were talking about, and then come hang on Friday and talk about it with us, dude. Get to learn some new things. We learn some new things. We discuss. We laugh. Have a good time.
Have a good time.
But yeah, guys, that'll do it here for the Downtime TV crew for Screen Time. As before at the budget said, I saw American President. Really is great movie, dude. Love it. Martin Sheen was great in it too, and of course, Annette Bening. She's solid, dude. She's great. What's that movie that she was in with Mark Ruffalo and Julianne Moore? The Kids Are All Right. You ever see that?
All right, yeah.
Where like her and Julianne Moore are like a lesbian couple, and they adopted kids from Mark Ruffalo's team.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where like, oh my god, I think whatever he starts coming in their lives. I don't get too detailed, but like, told him that Benny goes, oh, I just thought I could use you could use my help, and she turns to him and she goes, yeah, I could use your help. I could use a cock in my ass. And I was like, whoa,
thank you, Annette.
Dude. So fucking
baby.
funny, dude. And poor Mark Ruffalo in that scene.
Mark Ruffalo.
Like, all right.
I like him, man. He's good.
You gotta like him a little bit, dude.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
So
on that note, Mark Ruffalo.
On that note, Mark Ruffalo, I really appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Again, we're back here, Screen Time, Friday, noon. Come tune in. And I'll be back here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for the Sports Port. See you guys then.
Bye.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do.